like I shouldn't be. I've been on grind since I owe 10,000 hours the motto. They see the bag is coming out and flocking to me like I won the lotto. Dancing with the devil, there's no recital. I'm killing competition, ain't no revival. I shoot it to kill it, I'm aiming for vitals. I'm showing no mercy when facing my rivals. Snakes in the grass, they getting exposed. I know they be lurking, I'm watching them close. Acting like friends, but really they foes. Saw they be scheming and said adios. Yeah, I gotta get it. By any means. I gotta get it. I gotta get it, don't mindset. Hey, back with a vengeance, back on the grinds, back to the business. Hey, God is my witness, they watching my moves like shows they binging. Hey, best keep distance, all of my haters send best of wishes. I get to the bag with the quickness, no I don't need no assistance, no. Yeah, no playing it safe, I said let's get it, you say not today. What can I say, you ain't gon' go for it, get out the way. Yeah, got no time to waste, can't be with me if you're not at my pace. You're not at my level, you're not in my race. One foot on the gas, I'm pushing the brakes. Dancing with the devil, there's no recital. I'm killing competition, ain't no revival. I shoot it to kill it, I'm aiming for vitals. I'm showing no mercy when facing my rivals. Snakes in the grass, they getting exposed. I know they be lurking, I'm watching them close. Acting like friends, but really they foes. Saw they be scheming and said adios. Yeah, I gotta get it. By any means. I gotta get it, don't mindset. I gotta get it, don't mindset. I gotta get it, don't mindset.
You know what's happened here, ladies and gentlemen, is you know, at the end of the first episode when I may have accidentally said we are clear live on the broadcast, we left that in. Yeah, I've done that. I've done that. Let's not talk about it. Anyway, thanks for joining us. Start of the NTT IndyCar Series. Oh, well, you're bound to have a mistake or two, aren't you, along the way? There we go. We got it out of our system. Now, Timing 71 hasn't updated yet, so I'm going to try and get it to update for us so that we can follow along with that as well. See which one is better. No, that's still showing the wrong one. Yeah, Jason, apparently I was just rambling on to myself, which, to be fair, that's what most of commentary is at the end of the day, is just rambling to yourself and hoping that somebody cares about what you're saying. So, yeah. Anyway, I've got the TV feed up somewhere else, so I'm monitoring what's going on there. But, yeah, excited to see what's going to happen. We'll have to customize this timing screen. And figure out how we do that. Now, where's my mouse gone? Let me make sure I stay in focus as well today. What columns do we... Ooh, add and change columns. Now, this is fancy. Let's get car number up there. That would be nice. Team name. I've already got the driver's name. That's completed. Ooh, wow. Oh, you can go really in detail with this. Oh, wow. For qualifying, you could... Oh, but that's for IndyQ. Okay, that's for IndyQ. IndyQ, I mean, look at this. You can get lap 1, lap 2, lap 3, lap 4 speeds. Push to pass status. I mean, you'll need that in the race itself at the end of the day. You don't really need that today. That's pretty cool. So apply changes and now save. Oh, look at that. Carl Kirkwood's got his steering right hand down to start the season off. '27 drivers going to go out there and racing. And again, this is multi-viewer, by the way. So if you don't know, now you know. It's a great tool for Formula One, IndyCar, WEC, NASCAR. If you're watching by yourself, I have some of the onboard cameras off on a slightly different monitor that you can't see, but I can. Ooh, and now you can. Oh, there you go. I think it was just checking that you weren't allowed to see the powerful onboard cameras. I think that was basically it. Jason, who do you think's going to be fast here in first practice? Which of the drivers? I can hear that the TV broadcast is beginning. You expect big things from Adam Blocker. I think we all expect big things from Adam Blocker, if we're being honest, in the iRacing IndyCar community. Who else? I mean, we no longer have a TBA in the Dale Coyne Racing cars. We have Jack Harvey. We have Colin Braun. I mean, the problem is Adam's already failed here, Jason. Augusto Canapino is all the way down at the bottom to start things off. Now, is that ordered by car number? It is ordered by car number. Okay. Callum Ilott in an IndyCar is going to be interesting too. I hear the cars going off and revving away, so I think hopefully this timing screen is going to start ticking down. This is a new practice format, by the way, if you're used to the traditional format. Because we have 27 cars, they're going to go out for first a 20-minute session where every car shares the track. Then they go out in alternating groups. I think it's 10 minutes each, but they don't all share the track at the same time. Oh, look, that is so cool. The steering angles. You can see it. Yeah, no. Scott McLaughlin, let's be honest, Scott McLaughlin probably should have won last year if he had let Romain Grosjean pass him. And then, we would have had less chaos after that. I'm just saying. Looks like it's pretty decent weather conditions if you're curious, so not expecting there to be too much concern from drivers necessarily. Conditions look good, I must say. It's first day back as well, I guess, you know, for them actually out there, you know, in a race session. I've never talked to a driver about the difference between a test session and a practice session on track, but you know, be curious. I'd be curious to see. Where's my mouse gone? So everyone's gone out on the alternate, not on the alternates, on the primaries initially. I don't think we're surprised to see that. Now, how do we get a track map? That was the thing I was really hoping for. I don't know if I can get a track map, can I? Track map would be nice. Christian Steele, guest, of course, of Locked In's first episode, who is hopefully joining us on Sunday for the proper watch party, where we will, both of us, be watching the broadcast together, live reacting. So, yes, keep that. That should be fun. Bierman P11, for someone who jumped into the car around that track for the first time that day. I mean, come on. Got to give him some credit. He did pretty decently. I don't know what more you could ask for. That's the thing when it comes to him, right? Like, he almost got it into Q3. You know, maybe it wasn't perfect, but yeah. It wouldn't have been a surprise to see him at the back of qualifying is where I will leave it, right? Because, you know, qualifying an F1 car versus an F2 car is very different. Very, very different. Like, an F2 car is more like an Indy car. So, yeah. Anyway, we're already ticking away, by the way, this shared session. My broadcast feed that I'm watching is at, like, 20 seconds ahead of the timing screen, so it's not even that offset. That's not bad. Everyone came back in, obviously, as well, right? We're talking installation laps right now more than anything. Can I give you guys some engine audio? Did that work? I don't know if it did. Set audio device. Let's get this set. I think because, I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. Scott McLaughlin, more like Scott gonna win. I hope so, because we simp for Scotty here in this particular RaceSpot studio. Over my shoulder, you can see there is the car that Scott McLaughlin no longer drives, but formerly did. That PPG Chevy. Yeah, it is going to take a while to switch all of the different sponsors, isn't it? Like, and paint schemes as well. There'll be some new ones, won't there? Outside of that, you got the Pray.com machine of Stingray Rob, don't you? So interesting that the Foyt and at One Coin machine staying out there after their installation lap. So they clearly want to do something. I don't know what. I'm curious about this practice thing, splitting it up. Like, obviously the tracks are getting pretty congested, right? So you kind of need to do it, but I don't know. You're gonna race with everyone on track, so you know maybe you have a small window at the end where you give them 10 minutes each to do a Q run or two. But I don't know. I like saying, you know, to the drivers, go out and deal with it. Especially if we're going to be racing there. I don't know. Just my personal opinion. (118 degrees track temperature is what I hear. What's the incorrect and proper units? 48 degrees Celsius. Oh, that's boiling. Oh, you could cook on that surface, that's for sure. Hope the drivers will do some cooking too. So Alex Okay, wait. Let's see if I can pull up this screen very quickly. Now, So from this perspective, you can't really tell, but I'm going to try and find another picture. That number 10 looks a little bit more like Joseph Newgarden's car did last year at the 500 with the shell. Right. Wait. Oh, I thought I had a picture. Now I do. Like, from that perspective, there is a lot more of the of the shell. One sec. See, now this is the good thing about having props. This is Joseph Newgarden's winning machine. Now, you tell me. There's a bit of yellow on the front wing, but like, come on. That is very, very similar. And by the way, I like how the diecast came with a Joseph Newgarden as well, who is incapable of standing up apparently. In his own car. Anyway, that's beside the point. That's just to try and fill some time because it was just installation laps and whatnot. Let's start to see some times onto the board. 5:30. Guys, I think Pietro Fittipaldi is going to win this weekend. I think so. So we still have 12 minutes in this combined session, right? So still a lot of drivers not out on track right now. Oh, here we go. Kiffin Simpson's there too. Oh yeah, we got 5 Chip Ganassi cars, don't we? I really like seeing this pedal inputs and whatnot as well. Did you guys just hear that as well, or was that just me? I thought I heard some radio for a second.
Okay. Watch your white line on exit. Track is clear.
I'm definitely hearing some radio.
Out the last corner now. Start finish line.
So I think that's Scott McLaughlin.
He's in turn 1 now.
Oh, I love these radio messages. That's cool. So there are a handful of drivers that we maybe can get some of those.
Lindquist in front of you, out of the pits.
That's so cool. It's honestly like I haven't had the chance to go to many racetracks, but I have a scanner, and one of the things I enjoy the most now is just going and listening to the conversation. Daytona 24, I was just there listening to who was it? Oh, I can't even remember right now, but there was just conversation between spotter and driver about whether they wanted to pass someone that they were in front of. I think it was an LMP2 car, but yeah, always fun to be able to follow them. Now, is that just the way the graphic is, or is there actually a little bit of bleeding of the throttle and the brake that we're seeing? Because I guess typically not something that I would expect to see. That's for sure.
All clear.
3, pink 3.
I hope you guys are hearing these radio messages as well, and it's not just my imagination. So right now, I don't. Ooh, we've lost tire data. Look at that. There's no longer primary or alternates on this. That's suboptimal. Okay, we need sector times. If we're going to have so much monitor space, let's take advantage of it. Is there no sector time?
That's P2. Quick time is 63.0.
Yeah, there you hear it. Scott McLaughlin's up to second.
They got 2 leaving here and 2 of them. You see them there.
Well, we'll deal with it. Oh, we'll power to second. So Penske's starting to get quicker and quicker. So here's where I think, by the way, it's what? Newgarden's third year. No, McLaughlin's third year. That's what I meant. Sorry, not Newgarden. It's
Change, fam.
it's McLaughlin's third year.
Yeah,
I
you
think
can go to red too.
half ovals, it will be interesting, but I think he'll be a contender.
Got
That's for
5
sure.
seconds out front.
Let's go listen to Marcus Ericsson as well, if we can.
Yeah, he's out of
Okay, Scott McLaughlin's been muted. Marcus Ericsson has been officially turned up. Now, I don't even know what Marcus Ericsson's car looks like this weekend. I will be completely honest, so that's not a great thing. Is there a I'm sure there's a decent spotter's guide. IndyCar spotter's guide 2024. Yeah, the IndyCar doing one themselves. Look at that. Yeah, I'll pull it up on the right side since there's not much information anyway. Where is he? The Delaware Life Car. If you want to tune into his in-car radio, 469.300. Who's got the coolest looking car? Okay, let's go through the field. The Junkos cars, by the way, have committed what is...
behind, plus 8 to the car behind.
They're not identical, but the cardinal sin is they're pretty much identical. And so for a commentator, we're not having any part of that. Bloomquist, Tom Bloomquist has got that blue. Now, isn't Arctic Wolf... Aren't they like... Oh, no, never mind. I thought they were like the thermal paste company. No, they're something else instead. Okay, that is the coolest car today. Bon Jovi radio for Felix Rosenqvist. I mean, come on. It doesn't get cooler than that, as it seems as though, speaking of Rosenqvist, he's just had a little bit of an oopsie in practice, so 6 minutes or so left in this first part where all the drivers are out together. He's struggling to get up to speed. Now, Colin Braun, is that what his car actually looks like? Or is that just what they have on the website because it was so late and I don't know. We'll see, I guess, this weekend. Lundgaard, Hy-Vee car, Pray.com for Stingray. Apparently, John Bon Jovi is going to be there this coming weekend at St. Pete. At least Jack Harvey's got some sponsors on his Dale Coyne machine. Bam, bam, bam. Who's got the coolest car? I tell you. Honestly, the McLaren cars this year are pretty cool. I mean, McLaren? Maybe? So Ericsson fastest right now. He was saying something on the radio and I was talking over him about liveries. Classic commentator. He's only done 6 laps in this first part. Who's done the most? Why have there been a couple of cars that have done none? Is everything okay with Dixon and Bloomquist? Oh, Lundgaard to the top.
2 more laps. Timeline and 2 more laps. You are P1, P2 now.
Poor Marcus Ericsson. Oh, you're P2. It's only a 10th or so, like a 10th and a half. Although, again, I think we have to wait until we see the split groups to really get more judgment in times, I guess. But right now, big delta through the field, isn't there? It is. Here, I'll break out the yellow pen because you can't be on Race Spot and not have the yellow pen handy to you. But yeah, like, look at Kiffin Simpson in particular the next time he gets onto the brakes. Yeah, I'll use a slightly... Oh, never mind. Things are going to move around. Here. Oh, I'll try and find the next driver that shows it. But there is a little bit of just bleed, so I'm not sure if that's just how the data's set up or genuinely if that's how they're driving the car. Pato Award to the top now. Pelot third, fourth.
This lap in one
who's
more.
first now?
P5, fast time.
Colton Herta.
1.8.
Let's go listen to Colton. Can I bring up Colton? I think I can. Let's listen to Colton for a little bit, see what he says. Now, one thing that IndyCar must take some well-deserved praise for is the fact that their timing 4 significant digits. That is good. So Lundgaard pits. That's probably him done, right? There's no way they're going to send him out for a flyer. 4 minutes left. So Rasmussen did 9 laps. Simpson as well, but I think Simpson, Fittipaldi, another 9-lap driver. They're looking for seat time more than anything right now. You'd assume that most other people want to try and actually, you know, dial in the car a bit more, since I don't think anyone came to test here. NBC showing a replay of what happened last year with McLaughlin and Grosjean on the pit exit. 2 different compound of tires as well, right? So it made it quite interesting. IndyCar live track map. Now, IMSA did a really cool thing this year where...
Room behind. Next car's in turn 7. Room behind next.
There you go. IMSA did a really cool thing this year where they had all the hybrid information actually available online via timing. So it would be really cool if, you know, whenever we get hybrids available on you know, in these Indy cars, the topic we discussed on
One more call.
our episode of Locked In, first episode of Locked In. Yes. Scott McLaughlin had a small lockup, so they're pushing in this 20-minute session, that's for sure. He's on the primary, so another one not on the alternates right now. And we're about to get split off, by the way, into their separate groups, so just remember that. What happened to McLaughlin? I'm just taking a look at that. Oh, Newgarden, excuse me. Newgarden had a big wiggle. I was at turn 10 as well, which is one of the faster corners, at least on exit. Oh, he had some traffic. He had some traffic. That did not help. So, why is Tom... So, Dixon's gone out. Where's Dixon now? 9. But why is Tom Blomqvist all the way
Timeline
down
up
here?
pit. Timeline
Also,
up pit.
let me set this to 0. What happens when I do that? Oh wow, now that is like ahead of what even I was watching. Okay, let's dial that back. Live watch partying, ladies and gentlemen. But yeah, time's about to expire in this this first session in practice. Now, they're apparently already faster than we were last year, so that's a development that I think should be no surprise to anybody. Timing's decided to stop working again. It's basically right on cue with my feed as well. So that's basically the setting that we'll have it set for on Sunday when we're doing our watch party. Yeah, yes, so many drivers doing the bleed. Like, well, maybe not doing the bleed, but again, just like there's that bleed going on between the 2 inputs that you can visually see on the screen. So now, check it out. Most drivers going to have to make their way down onto pit lane. I have no idea how we split the groups up, by the way, either. But surprises in qualifying in the first part of practice. I mean, Grosjean's looking fast. That's a good lap time. Ominous lap time, some might say. Power's second now. And then I think these are all primary runs. I don't think anyone's strapped on a boot of a set of alternates just yet. Track's just going to keep rubbering up, I guess, in a lot of ways. So, Rinus VK's to 9th. He's the best of the Carpenter machines. Rasmussen's 21st, so there's a bit of a gulf between them. Yeah. I guess, again, for some, it's just about putting laps in. I think you give Colin Braun a bit more time, and Colin's going to be quick. Yeah. Colin definitely someone that I think is going to surprise some people over the course of the run that he gets. Now, of course, not sure how long the run's going to be, but anyway. So, Simpson 13 laps. Bunch of drivers with 10. Now I guess they've got enough time to go and quickly dial a setup in and make some tweaks. I don't know if Jason is still watching, but to his point, Grosjean's in 3rd, Canapino 19th, so clearly Adam Blocker, failure in our eyes, right? Right? At least in your eyes, baby. How long the alternating sessions? I think they're each like 10 minutes apiece, and I think there's like 2 of them, something like that. Yeah, I'm not sure. When's qualifying? Qualifying is at 2 p.m. ET tomorrow, so that's 11 a.m. Pacific. Going to be a nice way to then get ready to go for UFC 299. If you are in our iRacing IndyCar Discord, should have some fun chit-chat around that. Speaking of iRacing IndyCar Discord, if you're not already in there, we announced it today, but the Open Wheels Fantasy League has opened once again. IndyCar not allowing us to have public leagues, so you do have to unfortunately send us an email to get invited into 2024's action, but if you want, you can come and you can send us at Open Wheels a message, and we will get you added in towards our fantasy league. Juan Andretti car in the top 10. Ericsson then 12th. Kirkwood 14th. It's not bad. So it is 2 10-minute sessions, so we'll get... I guess it might even be the same groups that will go in qualifying tomorrow. That would be logical. Might help you figure out who's in your group. I don't know. Yeah. Who's the least well-performing driver that's a surprise? That's maybe a different way to phrase the question. Not who's doing well and that's a surprise, but who's not doing well. Newgarden only did 7 laps, so him being down in 15th, maybe it's not too much of a surprise. Lundgaard only did 5, so I'm not going to take much judgment from him being in 16th. Oh, we got some pedal inputs for Stingray Rob. Where was Callum Ilott? So Ilott's 11th. Not bad. Given that, you know, he was racing a hypercar in Bahrain a week ago. It's not bad. NBC and Peacock, they're talking about the diversity of field that we have. Of course, the contingent from down under. A couple of Brazilian and Argentinian drivers this year as well. Not just Canapino, but Pietro for what is a full season effort, right? Yeah. Christian Rasmussen's already got it planted full throttle, but oh, he is going out on track. Okay, we're going. 10 minutes, and we'll get 4 of these sessions, effectively. I'm going to make a prediction now. Scott McLaughlin wins this Sunday. I'm going to say it and hope I'm right. I'm probably wrong, but you never know. We'll try and see if we can pick up a handful of the radios of drivers that are out on track. Now, We do have in-car cameras for a handful of the drivers, but not all of them. That is the thing. Actually, I wonder.
2, white 2. Pink 2, white.
Oh, that sounds like a code word if I've ever heard one before. McLaughlin's going out as well, it seems. So it does seem like there's some decently fast drivers out there in this group. How many do we have? At least out on track right now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah. 27 divided by 2. That should be a few more out there. I guess one benefit of this session, right, is you get 10 minutes to try and actually make an adjustment, because it's not like iRacing where, you know, you change your ride height and instantly you've got it set perfectly where you need it to. In the real world, you know, there's a bit more that goes into it, so maybe that's something that they're having to think about. Pelot's out there too. Power. Ooh, okay. We are going to get some quick times. Quick drivers, at least. Still all on the primaries, though. I don't think we'll see too many takers for the alternates in this session, at least. Is that a brake approximation, or is that, like, actually brake trace data that is available? That's something I'm now wondering. So we have a car off. It is the number 4 machine, I can tell you. What happened? Oh, just made a small lockup, ran a little bit deep. Oh, and we got a red flag. I missed that. First red flag of the season. And it's not because of that, I'm pretty sure. It's because of something else. Must be. Kirkwood maybe slightly locked up his right front at one point, but...
You're wet.
I'm not sure why that's red flag worthy.
For a short turnaround here, we're going to keep tires on the car.
So you can hear that it sounds like Ericsson's going to grab some fresh tires. I've unmuted Scott McLaughlin's radio as well, just so we can have a peek into that. Oh, poor David Malukas is getting an interview right now. I don't think that's what he was hoping for. Was confirmed. I saw on social media just before this that he will miss not just this round, but, well, unfortunately Thermal Club as well. That's not great. You know, he was probably so excited at the start of the season as well. This big opportunity. Be a part of the McLaren crew. It's not worked out that way. Yeah, I'll see if I can figure out why this is a red flag. See if I see anything on the social media. Sure. Oh. It's because it was the 4. Kevin Simpson stalled his car after the spin. And so because we don't have the hybrids yet, they had to fire it back up with the help of the AMR safety crew. So that's what happened there. But yeah, Callum Ilott, what an opportunity, right? You step in and make a statement, right? Lucas hasn't even had a chance to really show himself off in a race scenario. So yeah. Wonder how many different ways we're going to hear them say Romain Grosjean's name this weekend. I don't know if anyone's seen here. Let me while we wait, I can go pull this up. But Romain has an esports team, as I think some will know. They have got some Hunkos colors on their car for the DTM Esports Championship, which kicked off, I think, today officially for its first round. They've had stuff building over the course of the season as well. But yeah, I'm not quite sure what I think about the green. Now, traditionally on RHG liveries, you'd have more blue and an orange. But, you know, at least we get the crossover. Green flag back out. They're ready to go. There's all 27 drivers on the screen.
Over. Watch the white line on exit.
Appreciate how many of the drivers are being reminded about the white line because, you know, it's so easy to make that mistake. Man, I wish we could get St. Pete on iRacing soon. It looks so fun. What time is it in St. Pete? It's going on 3:30ish, right? So 3:30.
Got a bag on my mirror. I'm gonna pull it off for me. Okay, don't worry. We'll be good.
I think it was Eric just saying he's going to come down with it. What was I saying?
Go down the window and pull it off.
Oh no, McLaughlin's got something stuck to his mirror right now. And because, you know, if it was open wheel, no arrow screen, you could just go and pull it off. But because the arrow screen's there, you can't really reach up and over it.
I'm coming in. Yeah, no problem.
I think he's going to have to come in. Oh, that's drama in practice. And again, because we only had, how many minutes are left now?
Okay, gotta come around Pato here.
5 minutes. He's just lost a couple of laps. He's lost a run, basically, at that point.
3, 2, 1. We'll hold you here for a second. Give you open check to stay here for a second.
Will Power's really wheeling his car, by the way.
So line on exit. Big gap here. Big gap. That's Colin Brown in front of you. Next car back out of 14 now.
So it does seem quite windy there.
We're all bunching up in front of you a
I'm not
bit.
sure it's too strong, but it's definitely something just to keep in mind.
So, 24 seconds behind.
Yeah, it does. It's sunny. I'm not saying that. It just looks quite gusty. Not in a way that, you know, as
More. This one is
someone that's grown up in tropical climates, you know, sometimes does indicate that there may be some inclement weather. But I don't think there's any forecast for rain, is there? St. Petersburg weather. Let's find out on Google. There's forecast tomorrow. Oh, but not a high chance.
Okay, good job. Nice open check here.
So
Good
no rain.
lap.
No rain, unfortunately. So they're all still on primaries, but I think some might be on new primaries. Oh, you
Time for this lap and 3 more.
broadcast just showed Scotty trying to reach over the aero screen and just being unable to. You're strapped in, really. That's yeah, you're not doing that. You ain't doing that, unfortunately.
Car in the runoff, turn 10.
Another red flag. This time it's the 30, so, oh, Pietro Fittipaldi. Oh.
Red flag, red flag.
And this is like qualifying, by the way. The time gets stopped, so it stays at 2:52. You go back out there now onto track, and you get...
I'm gonna need to license this.
This is brutal.
Okay, sounds good. Around Pat though again. 3, 2, 1. Good light. Copy that.
I think maybe what we're also seeing, right, is
Heroes.
until we get the engines being able to fire back up themselves with the hybrid, we get with this format these issues, but once you get the hybrids able to keep these cars running, maybe it will work out somewhat decently. I don't know, but yeah, this stop and start's not great right now, is it? Yeah, AMR safety crew has just pulled up to the 30, so hopefully they'll fire him up and we can get released. They shouldn't have to wait for him to come all the way back around, surely, right? They should be able to just say, you're running again. I don't know. Yeah, we didn't really get many times to figure out there. Oh, okay, so next to the tire, there's an age. So there is a way to know how old those tires are. Fittipaldi has been fired up and is going again. And you can see his inputs. Stingray Rob being released. He's just pedaling the brakes slightly. Man, it's good to have IndyCar back. What we just need, though, is less red flags. So all we need. Oh, wait. I thought the clock stopped. I am very confused right now. Yeah, I'll be honest. I have no idea what's going on. This is interesting. I'm going back to social media. As in qualifying, the clock in segments 1 and 2 will stop for the first red flag condition of each practice segment. That is brutal. Oh, this format's gonna have so many haters. Oh, no one's gonna like this. Oh, this is a brutal format. Okay, we see the track's clear, but like...
Okay, we'll leave it. Pick one. I'll talk you through it from there.
Are they gonna get a out? Or is it now the drivers that have been sitting? Is it Group 2's turn? Colton Herta.
Green, clear out.
So Colton Herta's time to go, yeah. That's rough. So yeah, again, because both the red flags were cars that went down a place they shouldn't have, tried to spin the car around, couldn't pull the clutch in, and then needed the AMR safety crew to come drive to them to restart them. So once we get the hybrids, they should be able to fire. But until then, we've just had one run basically get stopped 2 laps into it. The next run got stopped basically that lap. So, yeah, I don't know. At some point, hopefully my timing screen is going to update to say
Take two, next car
minutes
behind.
remaining here. I think it's being fed directly from timing and scoring, though, so there you go. Gets updated now. Kyle Kirkwood's complaining of right front locking. I guess on iRacing, we don't really have proper flat spotting, so I've never really... you know, in the real world, they talk about when you have a really bad flat spot, how you feel it and it vibrates the car, right? Can you imagine if you had a direct drive wheelbase and you're getting that kind of just dull vibration being fed through the wheel? Wouldn't it be great? Oh, I can listen to Felix Rosenquist. So let's do that. Hopefully he says something. Colton Herta still hasn't said anything for a while either.
Pink 1, please. Pink 1.
Now, who was that? Was that Herta or was that Rosenquist? Those are the two people that are on track that I have the radios up for. I can get Loonguards up as well.
I don't think it's hitting the skid. I think it's skipping on the diffuser.
Someone's grounding, it sounds like, if they're talking about diffusers. I thought they said Tank 1, which... One thing I didn't realize about IndyCar was... they don't have fuel gauges, fuel sensors, whatever you want to call it. The only way that they know that they're running short on fuel is when they hit the collector, and then they tell the engineer, let's come in and pit, kind of thing. So, at least that's what I learned in a conversation. I could be wrong. So is this format just for practice 1? Yeah, it's just practice 1, I'm pretty sure, right? Surely this is not the format for tomorrow.
Yeah, the boss really disconnected the car. It's much worse now. Yeah, copy.
Because if this is the format tomorrow, we're going into the race without proper long runs.
How's the gap behind? 9 seconds. 9 seconds to Dixon behind.
I like how they have to, you know, that's the communication you need to not do
Can
silly
I go
things.
Pink 1 again? Yes, you can. We just want to do like one more lap here, though. Yep. Okay, Christian, let's box this time. We'll go back on that. We'll try to get another run in here.
So Christian Lundgaard coming in after 4 minutes. What a run! Oh, you've learned so much. I mean, if this is what you... Yeah. This is the kind of stuff that appeals to me as someone that no longer has the ability to sit in a sim rig for a long amount of time and practice setups and whatnot.
Get in, first car.
I don't think this is going to be... We'll see. Trial basis, maybe they can tweak it. Not sure what tweaks.
Yeah, let's do this quick, guys. Okay, I see you. You have to come around 7 o'clock. 3, 2, 1.
So Rosenquist,
5.
fast lap
There's more in it.
5.
I'm just not comfortable with the
3
rear at the
tenths
moment.
off right now. I think that was Lundgaard that just said he's not feeling comfortable at the rear, which, yeah. And again, just a reminder, both the red flags that we've had were caused by...
Think about your bars if you want.
Think about your bars. I wish I got that reminder sometimes when I was in the car. So apparently practice 2 is 45 minutes, so we'll just...
Do I have one more? Yep, all good.
Regular session there.
You have 2 more if you want it.
Canapino 101.9. Now that's not quick. It's his fastest lap, but like, given that Roman's done a 101.2, I don't think the conditions have changed too much. Yeah, I don't think the conditions will have changed that much.
What's going on with throttle response? A lot of misfires?
That's Herder, I'm pretty sure.
Just an update, you have this lap and one more.
There's a couple of things going on in and around the paddock. Ilott did a 102.1. That's not a... Okay, maybe the conditions aren't very quick right now because, you know... I mean, Armstrong's just did a 101.6. Ilott's a 101.6. Canapino 101.6. Rosenquist a 101.2. Okay. That's more like it. Lundqvist just up to 9th.
Let's try white 3, white 3.
I love hearing them dial it in. A Colton Herder. Oh, first driver down into the 1 minutes.
2 cars ahead, outlap 2.
And now straight down to pit lane. Because, of course, IndyCar is smart. One of the best things they do, timing line right before pit lane so you can finish a hot lap and directly come in and pit without having to do a full cooldown lap. So that's always good.
Clear out. Nothing. Billy.
Good job.
You'll be all clear out, all clear out. First car's just coming onto the straightaway.
White
I
line.
want to finish this lap and pit. Finish this lap and pit.
So if you're finishing your lap and pitting now, you're not getting a chance to go back out there for another
I
run.
called you there. Was it too early or was it okay?
All right, we'll pit now. Pit, pit.
So much going on. Ray Hall not looking great. I will just say that right now. Trying not to say it loudly.
All right, the board's out. Look for Jimmy. We'll come around to 51. 3, 2, 1.
I would like Christian Lundgaard to
Good
do
job
well.
on the marks there. Nice and square.
That would be a good thing. Oh my days. A big snap of oversteer. A couple of drivers having issues on the broadcast. And really just getting the rear end hanging out. Power down. Santino went straight after the opening corners. And then did a burnout all the way through to get back onto track. So Ilott 12th. He's in pit lane. Linus is still out there and improving. Augustin was able to get down to a 104.3, so a 101.3 rather, excuse me. Wait. Where's my yellow pen gone? That's identical times to the 4th significant digit. It's not bad. I mean, in general,
20 seconds remaining, so
margins
you'll
are pretty
finish this
tight.
lap
You've
box.
got, of course, you know, 600s at the front. Not talking a big margin between Herder and Rosenquist. 0.2 to 3rd, 200ths, 6,000ths between 4th and 5th. Couple hundredths, just over 100th. 20 cars split by a second, and then you have those that I think, you know, we're still seeing, waiting to see the pace from. What has happened to Tom Blomqvist, though? That's not good. Social media. What can you tell us? Tom Blomqvist.
Box this time, box.
I've also just noticed, by the way, these team names are have not been entered by us here
First
at
car.
RaceSpot, but
Yeah,
Yeah, the stability is better, but there's still a lot of officers, for sure.
If you notice, that's not just you.
Copy. Everybody's in their pit box here, so 3, 2, 1.
Yeah, basically everyone in the pit lane at this point. Has Dixon already gone out? Is that why? Oh yeah, he's gone.
Starting up.
Okay, I'm going to close some of these radio tabs and then start opening them up again slowly, one by one. So Andretti top, Michael Shankin second. So that's just not gonna. I'll send a message to the team at Multiviewer afterwards, but yeah, we'll get that fixed. Chip Ganassi Racing, Penske, Juncos. I mean, like, there's the big teams up there, the familiars, and then the surprises maybe in some ways. Would you rather be in a McLaren or Juncos? That's the question. And I think the answer, at least right now, based on where Rossi and Ilott both sit, is you might want to be in a Juncos. Okay, so Tom's going back out. That's important because he's legitimately had 4 laps so far this practice. Oh, we do have a driver on the Wyulis. Now, Scott McLaughlin's not on the primaries. He is on the Wyulis. So let's... there you go. It was a G, right? Oh, so that's a 1. That was awful. I apologize for that. Yeah, McLaughlin didn't get any good runs in that first session. I mean, he had the stupid thing hanging off his mirror. Okay, we're not going to get Scott McLaughlin bias over here, but yeah. I'm looking forward to talking a bit with people after St. Pete to see how things went. I think this is going to be a fascinating weekend. Colin Braun's back out there as well, so I want to see what times he does. So Canapino got down to a 101.3. Grosjean probably down to 101.1. I think that's probably what we'll see at the very least. To anyone else that's on the alternates, Power, okay, Grosjean's on the Wyulis. So if he doesn't go faster, he's got a problem. Apparently, I didn't even realize this, but you don't get to test on the alternate tire in practice. So I guess this is for them the first experience that they're having.
Gooey, man.
Gooey.
Not for sure. He's got plenty of room out front.
Oh, never mind. Hey, there's no way of knowing with the lack of sector information if anyone's on a good timing, on a good run or not. That data exists because I remember, sitting and watching some of the races last year and seeing that sector data on the IndyCar website. So yeah, we'll take one more look.
This time. Copy. Pit line. Copy.
Yeah, I don't see sectors. Nope.
Keep it running. Copy.
McLaughlin, I think, has just gone fastest.
4, 3, 2, 1.
I have a couple of different timing screens up, so I might be
Good on your
wrong.
marks. Go on your front wing.
Yeah, we're seeing some changes.
We'll see how it is.
VK's not on the alternates.
Go ahead. All right, gonna have
Yeah,
Joseph
Scott.
come by after him.
Another one into the sub 61 second bracket.
Power off at P4. Should be clear now. All clear.
Sun is starting to set a little bit now. And I've just realized this as well. The race is on Sunday, right? So that means it's after the clocks spring forward and the drivers lose an hour of sleep. That would be fun.
Space behind the 10 if you need to let him go.
VK also on the Waiulis, Pelot, Rossi, Ericsson. In fact, most of these drivers, it's not showing up on the timing screen, but have gone on to the alternates for this one. VK to the top. Oh, they're quick now, but not that much quicker than Herder got at the end of that session. Look at these margins. That's just under 300 of a second at the front.
You can do one more.
It's crazy stuff. Waiuli, what a name for a tire as well, right?
Okay, we're finishing pits here.
Where did that come from again? I'm trying to remember. First, I have to remember how to spell it right. The new eco-friendly Waiuli tire, partially composed of a new sustainable natural rubber derived from the Waiuli shrub, which requires less reharvesting than traditional sources of rubber.
Just got the screws. Yeah, no, we were on a good one there.
Waiuli. That's how they phonetically spells it out as well. Find it in northern Mexico and southwestern U.S.
This one
It's cool to see the innovation on tire technology that they do end up having because, you know, they're always having to try and do new things at the end of the day. The next lap by for VK was slightly slower. It was about, well, 2 and a bit tenths slower, but still pretty quick. Pelot just did a 101. Again, he is on the alternate on the Waiulis. Rasmussen's just jumped to 16th.
Okay, around Pat, though, we're going to do a quick change here, then we'll get right back out. Just going to do a quickie here.
Do a quickie? Oh, that's an innuendo.
Okay,
Oh,
3,
Will Power!
2, 1.
Oh, out of nowhere. I will say Penske, you know, traditionally are good here. And because they ran quite well last year, you know, they're probably not going to have to change too much. So, given the cars you haven't changed, at least until the hybrids are introduced. 70 poles for Will Power. Can he add one more to it this weekend? He has 98 podiums as well. So he's 2 away from the triple digit club, from the Century Club. And I'm not allowed to replicate his most famous moment on broadcast, but everyone loves Will Power, let's be honest.
Starting up.
Everybody loves a bit of Will Power. So 2 minutes. Who's still? VK's just come to pit lane,
Okay,
so
what's
he's
the
not
white
getting
line
out
on
there for
exit?
another round.
Track is clear. Come back just through 1 down.
Oh.
You got Bloomquist behind you. You can stay in front of him.
Broadcast is showing a couple of nervy
Time
moments
if you want to do a
there.
cool down lap.
Yeah, but I think basically at this point,
Oh,
if you've
but
had
you
any
got time
issues
for
or
this
you
lap
pit lane
one more.
quickly now, you're not getting back out there. That was
Going for a cool down
Christian
and go.
Rasmussen
Two
that
time
got
left
sideways.
here.
And
Two
I've
time
never
left.
seen the number be sideways on an Indy car, actually. That was an Indy car.
Nobody behind you. Nobody behind
See
you.
if I can find a picture of it. Yeah, it's an interesting one.
Ron in front of you, so make sure you make a big enough gap to him.
Like, I think a lot of people
Copy.
saw it and wondered if that was just like the promo image initially. But like, that's the actual number that they have
1 minute,
In-
1 minute. The last lap.
on the car. I'm getting a private label Team Hype vibe from this, by the way. Kinda. Slightly Connor Harrington-esque with that blue. Slightly.
Finish in pit.
They're giving some attention, some love to Colin Braun. Now, where is he? Okay, let's give him some credit. He's gotten down to a 103.7. He's not on the alternates, I'm pretty sure. No, he is. They've given him a set of them. And this will be the first time he's ever tried this compound of tire out. So poor guy, man. Trial by fire. I don't think there are many people that are so respected actually in the endurance racing world, despite also being so, I guess in some ways, underappreciated. So it's cool to see Colin get this chance, and yeah, I hope he's able to take full advantage of it. I mean, initially he was making waves in the DPI category. That's where I first remember seeing him. But yeah,
Pit lane.
power ends it. We've got one more session, effectively 10 minutes left to go, but ends his part of practice on top.
I'm around the 45.
Couple of drivers
5,
down on pit lane
4,
already. Still a couple
3,
out there
2.
finishing up runs. Scott McLaughlin has a chance to set another one. 101.1392. So not a bad final
Okay,
lap.
nice job.
And just look at a couple of those
We're good
final
here.
laps as well, because like
Pit.
that's when you traditionally will want to see the fall off, right? Power to a 101.3. McLaughlin 101.1 realistically. Grosjean 101.56.
Yeah,
So
no
maybe a
problem.
little less slidey for McLaughlin and
Clear lap, we would have been fine.
maybe a little bit better. I don't know.
Okay, round pot still up here.
Bon
You can hop out
Jovi
after you get there.
radios. Oh,
3, 2,
Felix
and
Rosenquist.
1.
That's pretty cool. Sponsored by John Bon Jovi. So who's going to be out there then for the final part of the session? Just waiting for this all to flip on over. So Penske, Carpenter, and then Penske 1, 2, 3. But I think now we have to wait for the Andretti and Meyer Shank machines, not Michael Shank. Rosenquist is the one that I'm really curious about, to be honest. He's going to be one to watch this season, I think for sure.
Just so you know, everyone's reported 400s here. So we should be good here.
Seems like everyone, by the way, for the most
Okay,
part,
copy.
are making the switch on over towards the
Hammer.
Waiulis.
front.
Waiuli.
Clear.
So I'm just trying to take a look. Herder's on the Waiulis. Oh, and now the broadcaster just switched to something else.
All right, you're all clear here, all clear.
Interesting. I think Lundgaard may have come back down to the pit lane already, or at least whoever that was that I was following with. Rosenquist, sorry. Rosenquist. Graham Rahal, they're focusing on him on the broadcast. Where was he earlier? I've lost him. Oh, he's down here, 24th. That's not ideal. Lundgaard, the best of them in 19th. Yeah.
Mix 2.
Next car back, entering 1.
Given that Rahal have come out and basically somewhat said that they need to perform well to keep Lundgaard, let's see how they go in qualifying tomorrow. It's not coming through on our radio, but the broadcast is Rahul's radio where he's complaining about understeer.
I'll do one more push. Yep, copy, one more.
That was one more push for Christian Lundgaard. How long's left in the session? 7:45. So he'll get time to come in, make a slight setup change, and then go back out there for a 2-3 lap run. Rahul's on the primaries. Rosenqvist, Armstrong, O'Ward, Canapino have joined Herder in being on the alternates. So watch for Canapino, who's down now in 15th. Although the green lights just disappear next to Canapino's name as he come back in and put a set of primaries on. Did he just go out and scrub a set of alternates effectively? Is that what he was doing?
Wide. Clear, 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 clear.
Oh, we had a car in the grass. That was uncomfortably close for one of the McLarens. And that was very uncomfortable. And then Herder made a mistake too. That was on the primaries. Not on the alternates, not on the Waiulis. .6:30 left in the session.
Time box.
It is, second car.
Right, finish the lap and pit. Switch. Yeah, see, that's come around the center car.
They always sound so calm when they're talking to their drivers, don't they? If they have to. I mean, you know. Yeah, you've got to try and make sure that they're feeling composed, but yeah. Not seeing any quick times just yet, though. I mean, the Waiulis for a couple of drivers maybe not working. It says that Herder's on the Waiulis, though, and he's definitely not. Like, they're showing him on screen right now.
Man.
And he's on the primaries, so...
Copy.
Okay, I'll forgive multi-viewer for not having the correct tire information, given that the broadcast doesn't seem to have it either. Will Power's being interviewed right now. He's not saying too much about the practice format. Marcus Armstrong, where did that come from?
First car.
Okay, well that clearly indicates
no grip
quick
on me.
track.
The
And
front end feels like it's
not
working at all, and then off on the front bar, and it gets real snappy too. Okay, we are. Lane front wing.
Felix Rosenqvist, hello.
Red 2 has to, but still, so yeah.
That is crazy. Half a second quicker. Track can't have changed that much between when Will Power, you know, VK and McLaughlin are on track and Rosenqvist. So, again, that's a statement for Michael Shank Racing. Oh, Michael Shank Racing. It's never going to not be funny. Never. Canapino and Lundqvist have identical times, by the way, if you look 15th and 16th position still. So they haven't improved, at least yet. So 45-minute practice tomorrow, then they get qualifying, and then they're, of course, racing Sunday.
All right, clear out coming to you, Clay. Let's go mix 7 on the way out, mix 7. What's guys' best laps on red? Like what lap
They've
number?
had a decent amount of testing, you know, especially relative to Formula One, where they don't
Clear
really
out,
get
clear,
much
clear,
seat
clear
time.
on the front,
Santino
clear.
up to 19th. But first race
Like
weekend of the
third time,
season,
Graham,
you know,
third time.
it's probably the most physical, the most grueling. You know, it's a bumpy track. You're still building race fitness, I guess, because there's being in the gym, but there's, you know, being in the car. These cars, the drivers do get a decent amount of testing, though, so, you know, might be okay. Should hopefully be okay. Dixon to 11th. Still yet to break into the sub-61 second bracket. So that means Marcus Armstrong, by the way, is officially the quickest driver from the region. That is what we're fighting for in this practice session.
Go mix 3 when you're ready, Graham. Mix 3 when you're ready.
There goes Lundgaard, slowly improving. That's good to see. At least one of the Rahal cars finding some time. You know? That would be pretty miserable otherwise. Santino has gone a little bit deep, and I hope he's not stalled it. No, he has. Oh, we're getting a red flag. Oh, it's going to be a red flag. Or will they just leave him there? And no, they red flagged it. Come on. Like the broadcast literally just was saying, could they leave him there? I was like, yes, leave him there. He can sit in his car, but then I realized he was also not behind. There was a tire wall. He wasn't behind it, so.
Red flag for a car off. Terrence and flag.
Well. Shouldn't the clock stop?
Was that lap off at all?
Very loud, very quickly. I apologize for that. I thought it was the first red flag of this part of the session. And we hadn't had a red flag then. I don't know. That confuses me. Again, there's no point in going back out there, right? 2 minutes left on the clock. You go out there, you do the outlap. You get one more lap and maybe an additional one if you're lucky. Those at the back, you know, pit lane not going to be so lucky. Like, yeah, that's the session. Felix Rosenquist. Half a second. Half a second. And then Marcus Armstrong. We didn't really get much of a sense, I guess, of the fast times in that, you know, final part of the session where drivers were on the Waiulis, but that was cool. It was good to have IndyCar back on track, you know. Figure out where some of the drivers stand up, and should be a fun race. I think that's for sure. St. Pete's always pretty crazy, and I think, yeah, crazy practice format, that's for sure. I'm looking forward to talking with some of the community and seeing what they thought about all of it, because I've certainly got some opinions. Not necessarily sure if my opinions are, well, relevant at the end of the day. But I guess for now, that's going to be it for us here at Locked In on RaceSpotTV, presented by Open Wheels, our very first watch party. And we'll do it again with a guest this time for the race on Sunday. So do make sure you come and join us for all of that. We'll be following along through the first round, the Firestone Grand Prix of St. Pete, the first round of the NTT IndyCar Series. For now, though, so long, goodbye, and we can't wait to see you next time on Locked In.